All right, what's going on, guys? Try back again here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a live stream, or as I incorrectly said earlier, a live scream. So yeah, so someone just let me know if you can hear me okay. Just reply in the comments. Stupid live stream flips the image for some reason. I don't know why they think that's better to do that, but it flips the image around backwards. So so my logo is backwards. Awesome episode earlier. Looks like we got people starting to join now. Looks like there's 10 people already. So just let me know if you can hear me. Somebody write a comment through as per usual. Michael says, no, I haven't seen the episode yet. Hey, Create Till Death. How you doing, man? So I'm sorry, Mike. You probably don't want to join into the live stream right now. Then if you haven't seen episode 10 yet, you probably want to watch it. Before you hang out with us, because that's primarily what we're going to be going over. Hey guys, hey Dan's Reviews, hey Gerald the Barber, good stuff. So I can hear you. Greetings from Venezuela. We got Andres here, who's from Venezuela, watching since 2010. Hey Andre, how you doing, man? Venezuela. What's the weather like in Venezuela right now? I bet you it's awesome. We've got snow outside right now. So hey Emerald, how you doing, man? This was a really great one, right? Luke says, Michael Beta Myers. I called this live stream the Boogeyman Cometh. I was looking at some of the pictures, and I have one that I snapped for where he's in the house and you can see him through the windows. And I swear, like it's not close enough to where you can see exactly, but it looks like he takes his knives out and he does like one of these, like he leans forward. It looks like he's going like this. And he's going boo like that. You see the lady at the side, she just freaks out, starts running. And then it cuts to where he's just like, it's like killing these people. They're just dropping to the ground. It's so brutal, man. It was so amazing, man, to see Beta unleashed, Beta on a rampage where he sort of was able to just kind of go to town on these random unfortunate helpless people. You got the two guys that are like putting the armor on, they're talking about whispers and stuff, and I'm trying to think like when he shut the lights out, because it looks like he like flipped the light switch or something. He turned the lights off. Do they have electricity in some way to where he's like, he shuts the lights off and then he just there screams and stuff. It's like the lights go out. Next thing you know, there's just what's the Drowning Pool song that the bodies hit the floor, right? So Jack Goldberg sent one through earlier. He says, how come no one ever makes sure Beta's dead? And that was a freaking great episode. So after he's like laying on the ground or whatever, nobody checks on him. Would you? Just gotta run away. It's like, oh, he's down. Okay, now's our chance. Let's get the hell out of here. It's like confronting the monster. I guess maybe Gabriel at this point would be okay to confront him. I hope we see a showdown between Gabriel and Beta at some point here pretty soon. That's going to be freaking awesome because that's just like he's one that maybe he wouldn't be so scared. Everyone else like running away. So Renee, good morning, guys. I'm getting ready for work. So Renee's just getting up, getting ready for work. Wow. Andres is 21 degrees in Venezuela. Nice, man. Cool. I should come stay at your place for a little while, right? For a couple months. Make videos and you got a spare room, Andres. Come and hang out there at work and make videos. So I promise it won't be too loud. Marlon says, yo, Jeff, Talking Dead just confirmed Laura is dead. F, another hottie gone. What? That was a death scene? Are you kidding me? Are you serious, Marlon? Can someone confirm that? People mess with me sometimes. I kind of, oh man, really? They just killed Laura off like that? That's her death scene? Like that wasn't, you wouldn't die from that. I mean, you get knocked out, you get, well, I guess you could die from that. I feel even worse now for loving that scene so much. If that's true, she's dead. All right. They said she's dead. Really? Oh, that sucks, man. You wouldn't normally. Okay. All right. Dude gets shot with a magnum. All right. Granted, he's got some kind of metal barrier protection and he's okay. But Laura is dead because he slammed her against the cage. Oh, thanks, dudes, for the cash. I appreciate it. Hey, Rob. Thanks. Okay, go through your guys. So she's dead from that? Are you guys serious? Well, thanks for telling me because I'm glad he broke her neck in the bars. Okay. It's TV logic. Every time someone breaks their neck, wrestlers do break their necks sometimes, and they're able to, okay, they have to get, surgery and stuff like that. But usually it doesn't kill them most of the time. It's like a Randall situation. It's like, are you serious? Laura got tossed like a salad. Red Lotus sends it through. That's brutal, man. Really, you smashed her head. So she's dead just like that. Oh, that sucks, man. Now I can't enjoy the scene so much because I loved it before, but I figured for sure she'd survive. I guess it's one of those where if it was Rosita, she'd somehow live, right? She'd somehow survive. But it's like, I guess maybe they felt like they had to include at least one character death. It does kind of sadden me, though, because they never use Laura that much. And in the comics, she was more important because she was with Dwight. TV series version, Sherry and Dwight are off in Fearlands, so in Texas. So it's not, not exactly the same, but really, she's one of the best looking girls in Alexandria. That sucks. So, and then he smashes her. So, and now I can't enjoy it. You guys ruined it for me. Now I can't enjoy the scene. Well, he had to tell me, right? So, Galaxy Grave, thanks for $2, Galaxy, says she is in fact dead. I'm sad now. Okay, well, whatever. It's what it is. Frank, Robert Frank 615 said, Trev, did you catch when Rosita said that it's only been 2 days? Oh yeah, that's a good point, right? Since Sadiq's death. Yeah, she did say that in the episode that it was only 2 days time since Sadiq had died. So no wonder why she's still having nightmares, and no wonder why she punches out Gamma right away as soon as she gets a chance, or just won't listen to anything she's saying, or just can't open up to hear what she's saying because she's so just still furious after what happened with her baby daddy, I guess. So that's what it is. But the stuff with Dante was awesome. But oh man, that's brutal, dude, to hear that. The bad news, right? The bad news. Trev, shout out from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Okay, hey man, that's from JC. Subby says, hey Trev, what else we got? Who else we got here? Before she got smoked, do you think Laura did it all for the nookie and hammer? Nice. He's got some good comments. Limp Bizkit, right? What's maybe Beta before he went in there listening to break stuff. When he was doing his maybe in the tunnel he had an old MP3 player with some 90s Limp Bizkit break stuff on. He put that in and okay, now I'm ready, right? Let's go and kill. Let's go and murder all these innocent people. Scare the bejesus out of them, right? Oh man. What are the Negan pants? The shit pants on, right? Deadpool stole that. They used brown pants, right? This one wore the brown pants. They definitely stole that. That's okay. It's fun too. Okay, what else do we have that was some good ones? Shout out from Boston. Hey, Mark from Boston. Will someone please actually make sure Beta's dead? Yeah. Hey, Jack, how you doing, man? I read your comment earlier. Try to guess it, Johnny. Don't. It's been 10 years since the apocalypse started. Yeah, Tariq, that's about right. So far as I've seen from wikis and stuff, that it's about a decade since it started. Hey, 404 Racer says, what's up, Tregan? What's up, brother? Hey, Daryl. Let's see. Love how they basically made Beta into a necromancer this episode. Yeah, that was cool. Rock right in the middle of Alexandria and summons the entire army of the dead. That shit was effing awesome. That from the dog. That's true, man. That was awesome. I love watching it. As I said in my review, when he's on the floor and he's kneeling on the floor and everything, he's just sitting there. I'm like, what is he doing? Because I thought for a second that he was just like, he realized what he had just done. And so he was feeling some immediate remorse. So he's just sitting there, like just kind of, trying to sort of like maybe calm himself, because after you just murder a bunch of innocent people, especially women, when they're running around screaming, you tend to think that you get a little bit agitated. So you're trying to kind of find your center. You're like, okay, calm down after. Maybe that's part of it too. Maybe just got to relax. He's like, okay, relax. I gotta continue to whisper and sneak around and shut lights off and stuff. And then you see them all start to raise up, and it's like, oh, he's waiting for them to turn. I liked when they showed in the prior episode when he's like talking to them. You guys remember where there's the chain is like a chain garage type of, one of the garage gate things that come down, and he's kind of like, going around and he starts to rile them up as he's kind of like Walker talking to them. And then he kind of hits the thing like a Walker would to open it. So they all think he's dead too. That is so cool, man, when the Whisperers do that. Or in this one, when the one Whisperer checks out Alpha and she looks, or he looks at her, right? And she's just like, and she's got blood and everything. So you tend to think fresh blood, the Walkers might go for it. but she's just kind of like, like lurking there. I guess like a lurker. In the comics, they call them lurkers. They're the walkers that just wait around for someone to come by, and then they try to grab them. They're like quiet and everything. But she basically, I guess, just kind of plays dead there like that. And it decides that even with the blood, it decides not to go for it. So using the dead to to help survive themselves for sure. So the Curious Walker, yeah, Johnny Wu says, what do you think Negan is going to shut Alpha's shit down? Says Jackie Varner. I don't think in the TV series version he's going to, because he got some. And so, and this happens in real life too, right? When people do it, right? When they clap meats or get horizontal, they tend to get attached. And I know our society likes to act like it doesn't happen. Like you could just have sex and then it's, whatever. And there's cases where that can be true. Like, so you go out, you get wasted, and you hook up with somebody, and then it's kind of understood that afterwards there's no, from both parties. But a lot of times, man, people are going to catch feels for each other once that happens. So I tend to think that Negan might be a bit protective of Alpha. Granted, we don't know how she was. I was going to say in the sack, but I guess on the ground. In case of the whispers, how she was on the ground, in the mud, in the dirt, right? And they did also confirm that it was not really, somebody asked us too, did they show their actual nude bodies in the scene? And no, they didn't. So what you saw was actually partially CG. There was an interview where Norman Reedus said that he made fun of JDM because JDM refused to go nude for the scene, or he wouldn't do it for some odd reason. Now, maybe that's because he's married, right? Or, his wife might not approve. So we got to give him that, right? So it's like, so I don't know. I love the channel. Thanks for everything you do since 2012. So that's from DV. So thanks, DV. Josh Lee says, thanks for all the content. So thanks, Josh. Thanks for the $2. Both of you guys appreciate it. And thanks, Logan. Thanks for the $3, man. Appreciate it, brother. That's thanks to everybody. And thanks again, Robert, for what you did earlier. He sent through another one. He said, my buddy Steve Gotti was an extra as a Whisper. Okay, this is cool. And he said he got paid $150 for the day. Cheap ass AMC. Thanks, Robert. So Robert just told us how much the Walkers make. So if you ever guys want to know how much the Walkers make in Walking Dead, they get about $150 for the day cash. Sounds like. Okay, it's probably not cash because it's probably got to be tracked for taxes and stuff, but accounting. But that's cool, man. So they literally only get like $150 for the day. But if you think about it too, though, it's something where a lot of people would want to do it, because if you get to be in the show, if you get to be in Walking Dead, then you can show people like, hey, that was me. Like I was in this episode. Print out a picture, put it on your wall, like that walker's me, that zombie's me. So it's got a cool factor to it where people will go out and do it in the heat for $150 a day because it's got that cool factor. Or you could just tell people like, I was in The Walking Dead. That's right. I was in The Walking Dead. I was, or who are you? Oh, I was a zombie for a day. Wasn't there one lady who was a zombie extra? I think she's an actress or something. And she tried to send something into Obama. There was I think was she red hair or something like that? She was one of the a Walker extra who was kind of important actress. And she sent in an envelope or something and it had something in it. You guys ever hear about that one? There was an article on it. I'll try not to get into the details because the algorithm checks what people say and stuff sometimes. So, but she did something with Obama or something. She sent him something and got arrested for it and all that stuff. So what happened to your conspiracy videos, Trev? From Dan. I did a few of the ones I kind of wanted to do. And then I just kind of started feeling some heat back towards me. Now, part of it could be from just people don't like it. Because, people want to think that the powers that be have their best intentions and that whole thing. And I think a lot of times they do, but there are things that happen that are not. It's like, it's like a TV series or it's like WWE, like when you go for presidencies, like you're going to vote for this person, as if it really matters all that much. It's like, anyway, it's cool. I try not to do it too much because heavily controversial and something that most people just say is just nonsense. And that none of them, they act like none of them are true or anything like that. So that's why. So let's get back to Walking Dead stuff because this new episode, man, was freaking awesome. Let's see what other good comments we had from earlier. Daryl should have died this episode, said Graffiti. I did think for a minute that either Alpha or Daryl might die at the end of that episode. For a minute there, I thought it would be Alpha because I said to myself, like, there's no way Daryl's going to die. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, no matter what, Daryl is safe. You got to say it. This guy right here is safe. Pretty much no matter what happens, right? So, so I kind of thought for a second that maybe Alpha would die, from maybe Lydia would kill her or something like that. It didn't happen, but maybe in a couple more episodes, we'll see possibly Carol get her chance and maybe take it. Just finished watching your newest review. Entertaining as always. Thanks, Jackie. I appreciate it for sure. Who else we got here? Hey, Tran, big fan. Love tonight's episode from Gary. Hey, Gary L. How you doing, man? Trading Cards and More's here. Hey, man, how you doing? Thanks for the $2. I appreciate it. Stayed up until 5 a.m. for you, Trev. You good? 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. Where are you, Trading Cards and More? You probably told me before. Are you in the UK or in Ireland or something like that? Ireland or something like that? Where is it 5 a.m. right now? Where's it 5 a.m. on the round Earth, right? Or in the sphere Earth? I'm just kidding. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Trev, it was a good fight, you think? Yeah, from Jamax. So I think it was one of the best. The fight between Daryl and Alpha, it was awesome because, you had the red kind of blood coming down in Daryl's eye and stuff. And they did the first person thing where he like couldn't see and all that. And he's swinging around and everything. It was freaking awesome. I just kept expecting Negan to come in there and be like, I wonder if Negan could have been in range and just not gotten involved, because I do get the sense that that Negan has a respect for Daryl, or he has sort of an understanding for Daryl, and he maybe feels bad about what he did to Daryl before, so he might just let them fight it out. But then again, I guess Alpha's kind of his girl now, so given that, maybe he would stop Daryl. Also because it's male on female. So as a male, you tend to want to protect the female, right? It's like how brutal I feel now for Laura getting smashed in the wrong way. And how bad I feel in my review about laughing about it because it absolutely was not evident until Talking Dead apparently that she's dead now. That Alpha or Beta just killed her, crushed her, right? So brutal. Manchester, UK, dude, from Trading Cards and More. Yeah, the UK, right? Manchester, love it, man. Cool. How you doing, Trap? Let's see what we got. Patrick Thomas is here. Brandon Neer is here. Did you catch Rosita saying she'd take a run to Morgan Street since it's by the cell Morgan made? Oh, that's cool. Maybe they named the street after Morgan. I didn't catch that. Nice comment there. That was cool. I didn't think of it that way. Maybe they named the street after him. Yeah, that's true. And they don't have a painting of him on the wall, do they? They've got the Glenn painting and they've got some of the others, but they don't have one for Morgan. I'm not sure if there's one there for Rick too. But they're all probably going to be burned down pretty soon, right? Let's see. Matt Vanessa, thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate it, man. New Walking Dead has loads of helicopters and they've been safe from the start. You mean World Beyond? World Beyond. Yeah, there is a new trailer for World Beyond. I've kind of stopped covering it to a degree. I haven't done reviews for all of it because I'm just not sure. I want to kind of see, because it's a 2-season miniseries or a series. I kind of want to see, how good it is first before we really, before we really get into it too much. I want to see like how good it's going to be. And do at least a review for the premiere episode, maybe every episode if it's 10 episodes for the first season. But we'll have to see how it connects into the rest of The Walking Dead, how those two jive together, and how it fits into the bigger picture. Still, though, I do prefer the TV series, layout now, where they're doing more rather than not enough, versus the comics, which are basically over, and it looks like Kirkman has no interest of doing anything with the comics anymore, which saddens me a lot as a hardcore fan, because it's like, here you have Batman or X-Men or, this property and you don't want to use it. It's like, damn it, man, you kind of let the fans down, right? So I appreciate that AMC is doing all this different stuff. And even if maybe we don't like World Beyond so much, or some people don't like Fear so much, you don't have to watch. You can just watch the others. And I'd rather have more than not enough. Big Kev, thanks, Big Kev, man. I appreciate it for the $5. I appreciate it, man. If you could have 2 people back in the show, who would it be and why? So he's got a list here: Merle, Andrea, Glenn, Lindsay, T-Dog, Herschel, and the fan favorite Beth, right? Yeah. So Big Kev knows I'd want Beth back, right? I take resurrect Beth, right? You get 2 people back. Who would it be, man? It's a tough question. I guess it depends how I feel, but I get that question sometimes. I think I usually say Glenn as one of them because I think we all miss Glenn. And who else would you pick? Not counting Rick because he's still alive out there in the movies and that. Not counting Morgan or Dwight that went to Fear, like actual dead characters. Glenn first, and then after that, maybe I gotta say Shane. Maybe. Well, Merle's fun too, but John Berthel Shane is fantastic, right? But he had to die to make The Walking Dead what it is. So if Shane was never killed off, The Walking Dead would not be The Walking Dead. It wouldn't be what it is. So that's what I guess I'll go with for that answer for you. Let's see what else we got. Trading cards and more. Okay, thanks again, man. But that's cool. Okay, I appreciate it. Next time, Trev, you're in Target or Walmart, look out for The Walking Dead trading cards. Can get a box for $20, and actor autos can be hit. So that's true, man. I have seen the looks like, well, your name is Trading Cards and More, so I take it you like the cards. But I have seen the Walking Dead collectible cards where you can kind of get them, and that sometimes they have the ones that have the pieces of the clothes that they're wearing and stuff like that. Like they cut it up and put it in the cards as a collector thing, which is really cool. I used to collect X-Men cards in the 90s. I used to love those as a kid. They were like cocaine to me. I would just like go to the card shop and buy them and try to get the cool holographic ones or whatever. I remember I had like cool holographic Carnage and Venom and stuff like that, Archangel and shit like that. I used to love those. So that's cool, man. So I definitely get it if you like to collect those. And yeah, maybe if I see a pack of Walking Dead cards for a good price, I'll try it out. I'll pick it up because they have some info, like stuff that you wouldn't know, kind of in there that can give you some more kind of behind the scenes information that sometimes you can't really find elsewhere, which is pretty cool. You could say that there's more combined knowledge in the Walking Dead cards than probably we have here, all of us together. If you add up all the cards they've released over the years with all the info and stuff. So it's cool. JB says, I hope Beta and Daryl fight one more time, or Negan and Daryl team up on Beta. So that's going to be cool, right? They probably will be both Daryl and Negan against Beta like they did in the comics during Whisper War. Otherwise, one-on-one, could Daryl beat Beta? I kind of want to say after that episode, probably not. I tend to think that he was able to beat him last season in the environment in the building because he knew the layout and Beta didn't know it so well, and he kind of outsmarted him against the bigger man. Because otherwise, normally, you wouldn't want to try to avoid fights with guys who are at that height and weight advantage. It's generally not a good idea. There's cases where you can take down a bigger guy. It's not all of size. Size isn't the only thing that matters. They gas out more quickly and stuff like that too. But if you start to wrestle with a guy you ever wrestle with a guy who's way bigger than you, I have lots of times. It's usually not a good time just because they have more weight to put on you and leverage. So they can kind of put their leverage on you. If they know what they're doing, generally they should win most of the time. Robert Frank 615 says, unless you're way better, like you're way more talented than they are, let's say. Trev, do you think Alpha will still be alive in the Look at the Flowers episode? If so, my prediction is Carol will kill Lydia to make Alpha suffer. Oh, that is a good prediction because Carol did say that she wants to take everything from her before she kills her. So at this point in time, that is possible. Do I think Carol will kill Lydia? I'd probably lean towards probably not, because I think she knows that Daryl has a close relationship with Lydia, and that could create a major divide between Daryl and Carol, especially after the Connie situation. And Daryl might not forgive Carol so easily for that if she did kill Lydia. Be pretty selfish to do that. I think that Carol will be the one to kill Alpha, and I think it goes back to the premiere episode of the season when they have the face-off scene and they see each other. That's a sweet scene. I really love that scene. It sort of sets it up. It kind of sets it up as Alpha as a Carol villain, right? To give her villain, and then maybe Beta is a Daryl villain, sort of. You know, you have kind of the two and the two, like the pair, the good pair, and then the bad, the evil pair. But definitely Alpha, I think, has to be in the discussions for the best Walking Dead villain of all time. I think so, especially because, you know, Beta's under her. She's at the top of the Whispers, and the Whispers are some of the best villains ever. I think Alpha is one of the best villains The Walking Dead's ever had. I think Shane is still rated as the best villain The Walking Dead's ever had. But, you know, I mean, Negan's good too. You know, Gareth from the from Terminus and the Cannibals was pretty good. You know, there's some good villains. Darth Locust says Gamma is hot. Really? You think so? You're into that? That's cool. Everyone's got their own choice. Everyone's got their own taste. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that, right? So Big Bald Head says, hey, dude, greetings from Argentina. Beta was so scary in this episode. I think in this season we can't have a Beta versus Negan fight. Well, it could be a Big Bald Head. That's the name for, is that Norman Reedus's handle? I think so. I think that's what he uses. Something like that. Something to do with that. That's cool. So maybe we can't have a Beta versus Negan fight. Maybe it would be, well, what will Beta do if he finds out that that Negan's been smashing Alpha? And he's totally cocked her, friend zone forever. You know, you kind of feel bad for the big man, right? You kind of feel bad for him. Like all these years he's been helping out. You know, he's built up that Whisper relationship equity through all the different things he's done, and he never gets it. And then in comes Alpha Negan, and he gets it almost right away. So I kind of feel bad for Beta in this case. He finds out that Alpha and Negan have been intimate. He might get even more pissed, right? So I don't know how he'll respond to that. Maybe be okay with it. I don't know. You kind of get the sense he's more like a Braun type of character, not so much of a brains. He just what is it? Literally says, Trav, I love you. Well, thank you, literally. I love you too. My God, Beta reminded me of The Undertaker from WWE this episode. Yeah, that's freaking awesome, right? There's something from Mark Sunya. There's something about, you know, people that are over the height of like 6'4", 6'5", and, you know, 250, 300 pounds, whatever. That's just kind of a different kind of scary, right? Artsy Cat says, hey, Trav. Hey, Artsy, how you doing? Daryl and Beta, they're so badass. Yeah, that's true. Trav, what do you think of season 10 from Mike Regali? Hey, Mike. Season 10 overall, man, I mean, I just think they're doing so much with so little, right? Better Fear, Walking Dead Bad says, so Laura died or not? Yeah, they confirmed on Talking Dead, I guess, that Laura's dead, bro. Sorry, man. I kind of hate that, to be honest. But thanks for telling me, you guys. So, do you smoke weed, Trev? It's good for you, Darth Locust. I don't partake. I don't smoke weed. I drink a little bit. I got some Bacardi the other day, Bacardi Black, on sale because it's got a bat as the logo, right? And you guys know coronavirus is like, you know, at least it was rumored that some Asian lady or somebody in China ate a bat, and that's where I don't know, man. Okay, Austin Awesome Sauce says, hey, Trev, I love the All Right-a-thon. Do you think the Whisperers war arc will carry into season 11 or end the season? So from Austin. Thanks, Austin. So I think for Austin, I think it's going to end this season. I think the Whisperers is going to be over soon. Like the Whisper War is going to be resolved by the end of this season. But I think that maybe Beta or a small section of the Whisperers will still be alive next year. And then they'll use them sort of like the Saviors after All Out War was done, where they're kind of a subplot to something else happening like Commonwealth or Maggie or something like this. So I think that the Whisperers to some degree, maybe Beta and the others will still be a threat, but Alpha won't be the leader of the Whisperers. I think Alpha will be dead by the time this season ends. Tony Metrison, Trev needs to be on Talking Dead. It ain't going to happen, brother. It ain't going to happen, man. It's okay. It's cool. I'm totally happy not being on Talking Dead. It's all good. You know, it's cool. So whatever, it's fine. It's not going to happen. Don't look for it. It's not going to happen. But I'll be here with you guys, and I think the channel's just passed 150 million views in total. So that's plenty good enough for me. I'm plenty happy with that. 150 million people is a lot. 300 million eyeballs, I guess. So that's enough people for me. I'm more than happy with that. So let's see what we got. How's Maggie going to come back? It feels like it's going to be random, which makes sense. So for Matt Vanessa, so Matt, here's what I think. And then Sean wants to know the size of my arms. Okay, we'll get into that in a minute. I'll show you. So for Matt V, all right. I think Maggie's going to come back in the finale when Alexandria is overrun and swarmed with walkers. So at like the last minute, and I could be totally wrong with this. This is in my head. This is what happens in my head. What happens in my head is the season finale comes up. There's the tower episode, episode 15. There's the finale episode. The walkers crush down the gates of Alexandria. They fill, as the governor said, they fill the pits and they climb over each other, right? They'll fill the pits and they're coming over, right? Because they had, you guys remember in season 4 with the group the governor was with, they would create these pits for the walkers to fall into. Governor explains that, well, that's good and everything. That's good in some ways. It works like a moat type thing. But eventually what's going to happen is a huge herd's going to come through. They're going to fill the pits and then go over on top of each other. And that's what will happen. So I think that's what's going to happen with Alexandria. They're going to fill the, fill the whole thing in, slam it down. The gates are going to get crushed down. And the walkers are just going to be, coming in. And then Maggie will ride in on horseback, our savior, to help use the horses to pull the walkers out, and somewhere in the midst, Michonne will die from falling off a horse or something, or get bitten, come back, cry a bunch, and die. Something like that. And it's not what I want to see. I'm just thinking like, a certain doom might be for her. But some people think maybe it'll be Rosita and not Michonne. However, Denai Greer is show running another show. We did a video on that this week. So I hope she agreed to the Rick movies. I hope she made an exception for it, and she'll have to work it in with her show running or whatever she's going to do. But in my mind right now, based on what we have, that's how I think the Maggie situation is going to play out. So Sean B for the size of my arms. They're pretty good. They're not too bad. Let's see. Let's do this quick. They're probably about maybe 16 right now, but I lost like maybe 15 pounds just from kind of eating a little bit healthier and stuff like that. So I shrunk a bit, but the biggest they've ever been is about 17 inches. So give or take. I can't quite say 18 because I'd have to get kind of fat to do it, or I'd have to be over 200 pounds. And usually I can't keep my weight over 200 pounds. I work too much and then I come down. You have to eat a lot. Like if you want to get that bulky, you have to eat a ton, maybe take some testosterone and andro or something. And I don't do that. I just work out naturally, and I just, wherever it ends up, it ends up. Trading cards and more again. Okay, stop donating, buddy, man. I appreciate it. Second last donation. Who's getting the tower death? I wish I had a good answer for that one for you. It kind of feels like if they did Gabriel, it'd be too obvious. So some people brought up maybe Scott, that Scott could get it, and that makes sense. I guess they just killed off Laura, so maybe Scott could get that one. Not sure who else. A lot of people think maybe Rosita will be killed off because she's in a Netflix series, right? On the what's the singer's name? Selena, right? So she's playing Selena, right? Yeah, she's playing Selena. So maybe that, but I guess I'll go with Scott for now. So Rax said, "Do you think Princess will be in season 10?" So thanks, Rax. Do I think Princess will be? She was cast for this season, so maybe they run into her on the way to Commonwealth in the last couple episodes, maybe episode 14, something like that. So yeah, I do think she's supposed to be in season 10. I think she's supposed to be coming up near the end. So they're cramming in a lot of stuff. And there was a site, comicbook.com, I think, that says The Walking Dead doesn't slow down right through the end of the season. So the ramp up we've been on and kind of the pacing we've been on in the second half already, that continues and actually picks up before the end of the season, which is awesome, man. It's been a lot of fun to watch. Bush Walda sent through $2. Thanks, Bush, and says Morales lives on in all of us. That's true, right? Morales will never die. Helicopter boy. Okay, that's what I want to hear from you guys. Morales calls Rick helicopter boy. Do you guys think that it's possible that Gimple went back and watched the episode to find out who Morales even was? Well, he probably knew anyway, but maybe he went back and watched it again to see the scenes, to see everything Morales said in deciding whether or not he could bring him back. And when he called him helicopter boy, do you guys think that's when he got the idea to have Rick leave in a helicopter? Because Morales calls him helicopter boy in the first couple episodes of season 1. And then after that, he becomes helicopter boy. He leaves in the helicopter. And then they use space junk, which is the same as they used in the first season, the same theme. Mike Regali says, Trev, these live streams are great. Keep it up. Live stream. Thanks, man. So that means that maybe, do you guys want to do this each week? That's one thing I want to ask you guys for. After the new episodes hit, do you want to do a live stream each week for Walking Dead? And then maybe one for World Beyond, and then for Fear Premiere, we'll do one, and maybe some of the episodes for Fear. Because I could do it each Sunday night. I'm here anyway. I'm making videos. So if you guys prefer to be involved and to do the live stream like this so we can go through your comments in real time, maybe that's better than doing the Q&As where you send through questions and we do it after. So yeah, so if you like it, we'll do it. Morales lives on in all of us. I love it. And thanks, Mike. And Stryker, thank you, Stryker. We got to get your comments and then the dog as well, too. So thank you, guys. Okay, let's see what we got here. Stryker says, Trev, when Maggie returns, do you think Lauren will ride it out till the end with Melissa and Norman? I hope M, D, and C are the 30 Gs survive to the end. Oh, okay. You mean Maggie, Daryl, and Carol are the 30 Gs survive to the end. They have such a long history in the show. So the core question for Stryker is, now that Maggie's coming back, will she be in it until the end of The Walking Dead? I think so. I think she will be. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that now that Maggie's coming back, now that she's had her other series and maybe she's made some cash, she's coming back. She's getting paid for Walking Dead pretty good. And I'm expecting to see her stay until the end of the series. Because keep in mind, guys, we probably only have maybe 3 years left. Maybe a few more after that, maybe like season 14, 15, maybe at the max. And then after that point, that's probably it for the original Walking Dead series. At some point, they'll probably pull the plug on it. So I'm thinking that might be about what we'll see. And I would expect to see Maggie there until the very end. Maybe she won't even take another break or hiatus. Or if she does, maybe she'll leave just for a little bit. And that's about it. My cat's knocking on the door. Who is it? Cat gets pissed off. Who are you talking to, right? The dog says, hey, Trev, if you could rewrite one episode of the entire series, which one would it be and why? Seriously, looking forward to more streams. To be still, I would just zero it out. No episode. No, I don't know. I'm just kidding. Instead of having Daryl and Beth, just do something. I don't know. Golf course. I don't know. Something else. I don't know. So if you could cancel one episode of the entire series and redo it, which one would you do? I would redo Rick's last episode and have him stay. No, and no helicopter and no death. He just lives and he just continues, right? So something like that. Or if you could change one, okay, I got it. I got a good answer for you, dog. Here's what you do. You take The Day Will Come When You Won't Be. You have Negan kill Abraham, fine, because he can direct the episodes. And then instead of Glenn, you have Negan kill Aaron. Sorry to Ross. Instead of Glenn, kill Aaron and kill Abraham. It's big enough to where it's what it is, and you get to keep Glenn. So you trade Aaron for Glenn. No offense to Ross, but yeah, I'll take it, man. I'll take Glenn. He's got too much. He's got heart. He's the Captain America, not Captain America, even better, Captain Planet kid, who's the heart kid. You guys remember Captain Planet? He's our hero, going to take pollution down to zero. And then you got the little kid. I don't remember his nationality, but he goes, heart, right? So not to be racial, but, Glenn is the heart kid. He's like, Rick, we can't do that, man. We can't stab these people in the head while they're sleeping. We can't do it. Okay, fine. I've got to do it. All right, I'll do it, right? But he's, Glenn was awesome, man. So that's what we do, right? Louise, you have Morales live, right? Yeah, you have Morales live instead, right? become a series regular. I don't think I don't think we can do that. Brandon here wants a petition for more Scott. Let's see if he survives the tower first here, Brandon, because he may want out after that many years of being in the background. he may just want out after a while. Maybe the actress who plays Laura is like, give me more scenes or kill me off. And then maybe Angela was like, okay, we can do that, right? And send Beta after, right? There you go. Well, you wanted to be killed off. Yeah, but I didn't want to be beaten to death by a 6'5" monster. And I didn't want people to like it. Rax says, do you think Daryl will get Rick's comic book death? So, oh man. All right, there's a loaded one. So in the comics, what happens to Rick? Well, he just gets killed by this little Joffrey clone kid from the Commonwealth. Sebastian, right, is his name. And he just gets shot in his sleep and he just dies, and it sucks. So do you think Daryl will get that? No. Maybe Aaron will get that. But now that I've said it, it's too obvious. They'll do something else. No, man. I mean, Daryl needs to survive until the last episode of Walking Dead. If that's the final episode of Walking Dead, then fine. But even then, don't kill him off. And here's why, is because if AMC ever wants to do other Walking Dead series in the future, you could have him as a special attraction kind of character where he comes in just like Old Man Daryl comes in just a little bit here and there. He's got the gray going and everything. He looks like some kind of, I don't know what you would say, like some old lone survivor. He's got dog with him. He comes in and he just hangs out, or he just sees the people and stuff. And then 10 million people watch the episode because Daryl's back all of a sudden, right? So you don't do it, right? Like you can't do it. It doesn't make sense, man, to do it that way. So we got 211 people. Hey guys, hey everybody, thanks for joining us. Hope you'll stay for a bit. We'll keep going for a bit because this one's a good one. We got more people this week than last week, so that's great. And I think we're going to do these going forward. OG Sav says, love your passion for Walking Dead, Trev. So thank you, OG, and thank you guys for yours, right? Thank you for yours too, because otherwise, I'm just here by myself. There's nobody else here, right? So Original Gangsters, Trev, Brandon, thanks, man. Live stream. What else we got here? Live streams are the shit from Project. Every time you guys swear, it like does this weird like a thing. It's like, oh, do I show it or do I hide it? So he said shit. Just show it, man. Like YouTube, come on. You can't say shit. Come on. Yes, you can. Effed up source material. Let's see here. We had a good one. Dale is still alive, I believe. Yeah, Ace. Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Gimble said future stories will be fan driven. More petitions, Trev. Your awesome specific mini stories. LOL. How Morales joined the Saviors, right? Yeah. So who do you want to bring? Let's do a Tobias one now. For fear, no. Hey, Trev. Hey, how you doing, man? Shiz. Laura died. Yes. Everybody, just so you know, Laura is dead. Beta smashed her neck, and now it's so awful, man. Because I love that. Now just ruin it. It's like it's too late. They've already filmed all the rest of the episodes. It's too late to save Laura. There's a petition. Save Laura, right? 6'5", 300-pound male on female violence, and she's blonde. It's not allowed. Right? So it's not politically correct. It's not allowed. So let's see what else we got here. And don't say it doesn't matter. It matters. Okay? I've seen enough Dateline to know it matters. The color of the hair and being female, not male. Yeah, if he's male, it's guilty. It's female. Oh, I don't think she would do that. She couldn't do that. Look at her. She's got a low fat body percentage, and her hair is blonde. She couldn't do that. I watched too many Disney movies when I was younger, and those are always the good ones, right? You wouldn't kill a kid, yada yada. Anyway, you watch enough Dateline episodes, you get what I'm saying. Dateline's fun too. Laura is not dead. Apparently she is, based on what most of you guys are saying. Beta's in the friend zone for sure. Beta is hardcore friend zoned. There's no question about it. So, but at the same time, Alpha keeps him around. He's a beta orbiter for Alpha, right? To protect her, but she's not interested in him romantically. Christian Mino, wow, Trev, way to answer the questions right before and after mine. Any shot World Beyond ties into season 13 in the OG series. So yeah, there's supposed to be thanks, she got banned. There's supposed to be some tie-ins for World Beyond. It's supposed to be tie-ins with the movies, or it's supposed to be tie-ins with whatever the hell they're doing. I don't know. Thanks, Striker Man. How important would a Maggie and Michonne final scene be? I know they probably won't interact before Michonne's exit, but they have so much history. So you want a Maggie and Michonne final scene. Oh, man, Stryker, that would be cool, but I don't think you're going to get it. I'm sorry, man. I don't think you're going to get a Maggie Michonne scene because just the way the timing's going to work out, Maybe you could get it. Maybe you could in the final episode or something, just for a minute or something, and then that'll be the finale. I hope was there rumors that that Michonne's last episode is 13? Does that mean she's not going to be in any episodes after that? I guess we'll have to see. You never know with rumors and spoilers if they're right or if they're not. So if Michonne will be there until the final episode of the season, a certain doom, or whether she'll just be there till episode 13, and that's it. I'll create till death, man. Thanks, dude. You don't have to do that. You help me with the art and stuff. I might need you for some more art in the future. I want to do a new banner. He helps me. He does a good job with art. If you guys need any art done, create till death. You think we'll see more? Dude, are you serious? Show up as a walker, maybe a whisperer mask. You want a Morales whisperer mask now? Are you kidding me? Yeah, let's do a petition for that. No. He shows up as a walker. Didn't Daryl shoot him in the head? So that means he's dead. He's dead, and he can't come back. Do you know who that was? I know exactly who that was. Daryl doesn't give a shit. Daryl's like, I don't care, man. He's with Negan, man. It doesn't matter, man. So just let it go. Trev, you think Alpha is thick to Rick Thompson? Okay, I'm not up with all the lingo, and I'm Canadian, and my skin is pretty pale. What does thick mean? Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Because maybe for do you guys say thick isn't a good thing? Like, as in like, explain this to me. Does thick mean that she's attractive in some kind of voluptuous way? Is that what it's supposed to mean? Have you guys heard the one about guys not fat? Funny. Okay, have you guys heard the one about what different guys of nationalities are attracted to? I think it's true. Okay, here's the idea. All right, so Caucasian guys like chest, black guys like ass, Latino guys like ass, and Asian guys like face. Thick does not mean fat. You guys ever heard that one? Voluptuous, definitely. So do I think she's attractive? No. Do I think Alpha is attractive? No, I do not find Alpha to be attractive, especially not with the accent. What did she say? Drake Carzamore said it earlier. He says nobody, so nobody's talking. And then he says Alpha. What did you say, boy? So sorry about your headphones there, guys. I just blew them up, right? So the accent kills it for me. There's no question about it. And also in the scene where she's with Negan, I think they CG'd dirt and mud onto them. So it made it look even kind of dirtier because it made it look like they're not just nude, but they're nude and they have like brown patches of dirt on them. So it's even worse. So do I think that Alpha is thick? No. Mike Regali says, is Jerry thick? I guess so. Jerry is thick for sure. Yeah, I guess Jerry is thick for sure. The lady's like, big strong man. What is he? What nationality is he? Samoan or something? I don't know, something like that. That's funny. Let's see. Thick means hefty women. See, you guys can't get your definitions straight. Some people say thick and they think it's a good thing, as Richard here. And then other people are like, oh, it means they're fat, right? So that's what it is. So racial differences in what men of different races are attracted to. Durkee wants to know, Rosita versus Maggie, who's better? I guess it depends on the season. Depends on the season. I don't know. That's up to you, man. I don't know. I do the top 10. I did some videos on it. Everyone gets mad at me. They're like, no, this person should be number one. No, it should be this person. What are you doing? You're racist. It should be so it should be Michonne. She should be number one. So I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say, man. Top 10 hottest chicks in The Walking Dead. Red Lotus has got it updated. Number 1 Alpha, number 2 Alpha, number 3 Alpha. What the hell, man? She sold you on that Negan scene, huh, Red? You like that one, huh? After you saw that, you were all in. Okay, let's take it back a little bit. Trev, you should replace Chris Hardwick. No, I shouldn't. I'm terrible. Thanks, Christian, but I'm not politically correct at all. I tell the truth way too much. I'm not even a company guy. I get in trouble enough at my regular job as it is. What I do now is I just shut up. I don't say anything because it's like, that's what I have to do. I just have to be quiet. I can't talk too much. I start getting myself in trouble as soon as I open my big yap and I start talking about like differences in race attraction. There you go. There's a good way to get fired right there. So what did I start, Tariq? I don't know what you started, man. I don't know. I don't know. So, okay. Let's get back on topic here, shall we, guys? I'm talking about how thick Alpha is. Got Alpha, Ace Man says, Alpha got that cake. What language, brother? I don't know. What is that English? Is that we're gonna start losing viewers here? We keep talking about how hot Alpha is. Tanner wants to know what I do for work. Well, three things. I do this. I have a full-time job. I'm a computer tech supervisor, about 42 hours a week, and then I'm an investor too, which kind of sucks right now because the coronavirus came out and smashed all the markets down. I lost like $13,000 in like 2 days. I was like, what the F? What happened? Some lady ate a bat. That's what happened. Now there's this thing going around from China. Dante. So Manhammer's got, now Rosita looks like any other pretty woman. I need someone unique in a hot way. So we're totally AA's in Tesla, and he's nervous. So I don't know. Just all I can say is diversify, man. That's all you can do. Just diversify like crazy. Minimize your losses. That's the best thing to do. Okay, Anna Hunt had said earlier, Trev, where is Dog? So you've got Daryl and you've got Dog. So where did Dog go? That's a good question, because when he rides into Hilltop, I don't see Dog there. We'd have to probably check back to see when Daryl had Dog last. But it does make sense in a way that he would not bring Dog with him if he's going to face the Whisperers, because he wouldn't want Dog to get killed by Alpha or by the others, and then we'd have PETA on our cases. So Kyle George said earlier, "Am I crazy rooting for Beta in this episode? Are you crazy to root for Beta this episode? No, but." It was awesome. I don't care. Hacksaw says, how do you top this? Laura is dust. Now that we know she actually is, it's not as fun anymore, right? Thomas Nocter says, it's all fun and games until someone gets their neck smashed by a 6'5" monster. Trav, can you do a video on Scott? It's Thomas Nocter. What do you want us to do a video? What kind of video are we going to do on Scott? It's like, oh, I really like the way he handed the radio to Michonne. I really like the way he stood there in the background and acted concerned. It's like, that's your video on Scott. He was really great at standing in the background and listening to what everyone else had to say. Yes, and then he did have a few lines this episode though, which I do appreciate. It's like, yeah. So the C-listers of Alexandria are starting to shine. Let Trickster says, Kang confirmed that the cave was used to temporarily write off Connie while she works on the Eternals, which means she's still alive. Hopefully we'll see her again soon. So is that true? I didn't read that anywhere, La Trickster, and your name is La Trickster, so I don't know if I can believe you. But is it true that they did the cave sequence so they could write off Connie for a while? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I guess they can't really. Can they kill off Connie? Right? She's kind of got the disability and stuff, so it feels so wrong to do it. It's like, I guess maybe they have to. We'll see. I guess I'm predicting that Connie will probably be alive. Maybe you're right, because the Eternals is in progress right now, isn't it? So should be something like that. Thomas Nocter says Negan is scrubbing himself like Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura, burning his clothes. That's why he wasn't in the episode. So he's probably taken a really good scrub down bath, and then maybe also trying to find some antibiotics just in case, right? From one of the local shops. One of the deaf girls could die though, so Tanner. So yeah, I mean, I guess he could, but it's kind of like, are you really going to do it? No. Where's Michonne? Off with Virgil somewhere, on a wild goose chase to see if it's going to be useful to find some weapons. How does she get Lucille back? I have no idea. Unless she brought it with her or something. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. Any good comments from you guys? Let's see. So we're getting close to the 1 hour mark. So I might call it at about an hour. Okay. Rax sent through another one. If a zombie apocalypse happened, what's your plan? I'm going to call all you guys. I'm going to ask you to come to Canada, and we're going to take over a city. and we're all going to use hockey sticks, and we're all going to, because they're everywhere here. We're going to kill all the walkers. We're going to take over the place, and then we're going to slowly take over city by city until the world is ours. No, I'm kidding. You just come to Canada. We'll go up north and camp it out, and they get used to living in the cold, and the walkers will be no problem. There's lots of room up here. So yeah, so lots of room up here for you guys to come and join me in case Corona turns out to be a zombie apocalypse spread, right? So I don't even know. Look at the flowers, sis. I love Alpha. She would be strong even if she wasn't a nutter. So that's true. She is strong, right? It made me strong. All these weird things that she says. Trev, Beta versus the Mountain. Who wins? That's a tough one, man. You'd almost want to say after watching this episode, Beta will find a way to beat him. But maybe Beta would. He seems pretty fast, and so that's cool. My 71-year-old grandmother watches the show with me. Variety. Do you mean that your 71-year-old grandmother trading cards and more watches Walking Dead with you? Like, does she actually watch Walking Dead with you, or do you mean she watches some show called Variety or For the Variety? Let me know what you mean by that. What is a zombie movie you did not like, Trev? For Mike Regali. Well, there are some zombie movies I don't really like too much. I don't care for a lot of the B movies. Those I'm not huge on, some of them. The newer zombie movies that Romero did, rest in peace to George. Some of the later ones he did, I felt like weren't that good. Some of them were okay. There was Land of the Dead, and then he did some after that weren't as good. And sometimes I don't like the remakes that much. I like the originals better. So if you do like a Dawn of the Dead remake in the mall, the fast one was kind of cool. But some of them are not that good. I think there was a Day of the Dead Bloodlines, which I'm not a big fan of. I like the original Romero movies if you're going to go for those type of things. So what's your opinion on the new Invisible Man movie from The Walking Dead TWD? I think it looks kind of cool, actually. It's kind of a cool thing. If you could turn invisible, what would you do? Tariq, Night of the Living Dead, 1968 started it all. Yeah, it did. And that's true. Coronavirus, beginning of The Walking Dead, right? Yeah. So Beta versus Abraham. Who wins? Beta. I think so. Abraham was pretty tough too. Join the Whispers after the world goes to shits, or do you solo dolo in the world with no one to lean on? I would rather solo it, I think, than live with Alpha and the Whisperers. I just think that they're so brutal and they're so crazy that I would leave. I wouldn't stay under them or with them or try to take over them because you don't want to lose. Because Alpha's so brutal, I'd just be like, I'd get the hell out of there, like run away. She's too crazy, man. She's too intense when it comes down to it. So yeah. Q&A, Trev, would it be nice if Maggie, when she comes back, sat down with RJ and Herschel Jr. and told them about how one of their dads, Glenn, saved the other, Rick, at the start of the apocalypse? Ah, yeah, Stryker. That would be awesome to see that. I would love to see a scene like that. That would be so cool. Red Lotus says, if Scott dies, we riot. So you better get your riot gear ready there, Scott, because I would not be surprised whatsoever. Let's see what else we got here, man. Oh, goodness. Who's the Mountain? That's a character from Game of Thrones. It's this little series maybe you've never heard of because the ending was so bad. It's called Game of Thrones. Have you ever heard of that one? So it was the Spanish flu. Yeah, the Spanish flu, right? So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Carl would roller skate past the Whisperers, right? Yeah, Carl would beat him, right? Exactly. Chandler keeps doing interviews, I think, at some of the different cons and stuff, and he keeps saying some cool stuff. So I've used it a few times in the videos. We've kind of given our thoughts on some of the stuff he said, which I think is kind of fun. So real question is, what would Rick do against the Whisperers? Yeah, he would try to kill them probably. Toxic Black Rain just joins us and says, hello all. So we got 270 people now. We're almost at the 1 hour mark. Can we keep going a little bit longer? Will my voice last? I don't know. Patrick Thomas says, Trev, would you smash Alpha if she asked you to? No. No. I have standards, bro. And plus, I'm younger anyway, so it's maybe if I was the same age, lonely and didn't look like this. No, I'm kidding. So, yeah. Another one, Sangro wants to know if Laura's dead. Yeah, apparently she is, bro. And I didn't think so, but Apparently on Talking Dead, they confirmed it. See, not many people watch Talking Dead, right? So I don't feel so bad now. It's like, okay, don't ask for Ace. I am married, Ace. You can't ask questions like that. I'm sorry, man. You can't. Use your imagination, given the right scenario. Yes. I mean, no. Rest in peace, Laura. Dante says. Trev, do you think Negan has the clap now, right? Albert Jackson says Chris Hardwick is annoying. Well, I hope you don't find me annoying. I'm not exactly the same thing. Quite a bit different. So it's cool. We don't have Talking Dead in Europe, Trev. It's a shame. Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess not everybody does get Talking Dead, right? It's just some people, just a few people do, right? So, okay, we just passed the 1 hour mark. Let's go for a little bit longer and see what you guys think, right? Any good questions that aren't just ridiculous, like actual, substance questions here? So Fatal Shot wants to know if Game of Thrones is worth the watch. Don't bother at this point. I mean, if you have some time and you want to do it, go ahead. There's some awesome parts throughout it, but don't bother at this point. I think after the way it ended, it's just, I can't really recommend it anymore. But we may do some reviews of some of the prequels and stuff if it comes out. So Negan won't die, says AA. So, yeah, I don't think Negan's going to die this season or anytime soon. I think Negan's pretty much safe. Now, granted, right now, he's on the side of the Whisperers, so they'll have to find a way to have him come back to the other side and not be in a cell, most likely. Otherwise, what are they going to do with him? They're going to put him back in the cell. So maybe he does betray Alpha, or he does betray the Whisperers in some way, and he earns his freedom or something like this. You kind of feel like he kind of has to earn his freedom somehow, right? So it's just what it is. How did Daryl not suffer significant blood loss? How did he survive that? That's a good point. I guess sometimes you can't always tell based on the episode who's going to survive what. It seems like Laura would have been okay, and she wasn't. It seemed like Daryl was hit in a crucial spot. I think the blade was low enough just above the knee to where it didn't hit that main artery in your leg. What is that main artery in your leg that's higher up on your upper thigh? I forget what it's called. But if you get that right there, you will bleed out fast because there's so much blood that pumps through in your, for your legs, down into your legs, that if that knife was a little bit higher and he pulled it out, he would die within a few minutes, I think, maybe a couple minutes, because it's just there's so much blood would come out so fast that you will die from blood loss. So yeah, when do you think the princess will appear, Trev, for Mike? So that's a new character that's coming up. I think in probably episode 14, something like that, after Michonne. So 14, I'll predict, maybe 15, if they're like extended episodes or something. We'll have to see how many extended episodes they're going to do. So who do you think will kill Alpha? I'm going to stick with Carol, but who knows? I guess maybe Negan could do it somehow. Do you think Negan gets Lucille back in the finale for Isaiah Long? Should Negan get Lucille back? Well, somehow Michonne has Lucille. So how does that transfer from Michonne to Negan? I don't know if he was to get it back. I guess I'll say no, I don't think he'll get it back. Or if he gets it back, he won't want it because he's turned over a new leaf and he's different. So, yeah. Let's see. What do we got? Negan, like in the comic, TV fans. I think she'll show up next season, the princess. Well, I think she was cast for this season. There was a cast for it, I'm pretty sure. Rick kills Alpha, says Velocity. Not in this reality, unfortunately, because, well, he's got to do the movies. He's gone. What can you do, right? Do you think Lydia appearing out of nowhere was a little contrived for Bobby? No, because she was right in that vicinity anyway. Lydia was there. So it's like, she was right around there. And so she shows up now. And, I don't think it's contrived. I don't think it doesn't fit. I mean, she was right around there. And there was some racket going off and stuff like that. And she's been walking around. They were there for a while. So I think it makes sense that she could stumble. Someone was going to run into her somewhere. So, yeah. When was the last time a big survivor got bit by a zombie? From Brandon, I missed that. Well, you had Carl, right? That was only a couple years ago. Who was bitten after Carl? Was Tobin bitten? I forget. Or what happened with him exactly. I don't remember. But, Carl was like the biggest death ever to be just a zombie bite. That was a huge death for a zombie bite. Maybe the next one will be Michonne. Maybe. Hope not. But maybe. So let's see. What else we got? AA. Why is fear so bad? I don't think Fear is that bad. You really think Fear is that bad? No, it's not that bad, man. I mean, I think Walking Dead is what it is Walking Dead is so good, right? Walking Dead is so good. They probably get a way higher budget than Fear does. It doesn't have the comics to go by, so it's trying to sell it all to you without having that to start with, which has an impact. It's not that bad. There are a lot of shows that are a lot worse. Right now, it's my second favorite show on TV. It is, and I check out a lot of other shows, but it's my second favorite right now still. So I still love it because I love seeing some of the characters. I love seeing Morgan. I love seeing Alicia. I love seeing Daniel Strand. Some of the older ones, and then Dwight is there now too. So you got to take the good with the bad, and it's I think it's good. It's 16 episodes also, which is great, and it's year after year. They haven't taken a hiatus, so it's my second favorite. Then after that, maybe like Better Call Saul or something like that would be after that. And we'll see how World Beyond is now that Game of Thrones is over. And Stranger Things is great also. I love that too. Raxed again says, who do you think will get Andrea's comic book death? Well, right now, I guess the leading theory just that naturally evolved is Michonne might get Andrea's death. I hope that's not the case, but if she's decided to move on from Walking Dead, if she made a decision that she doesn't want to continue with Walking Dead anymore, she's had enough years of Walking Dead, she wants to do other things, eventually you got to be killed off. So maybe she decided, just kill me off now. It's just what it is. So I hope that's not the case. I hope we will see her in the movies, but maybe they just sat there and thought about, and we're like, how can we get this mother out of here and have her kids back there without killing her? And maybe they thought about it and they thought, no, there's no way that she would leave them, so she has to die. So that's what we're going with now. Some people think Rosita, but I guess I'll stay with Michonne. The Walking Dead TWD, it just skipped up, says, keep up the amazing work, man. Watch your videos every day since season 4. And I hope the channel and community keeps going on, all right? So thanks, Walking Dead TWD, especially for the all right at the end. That's so cool, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, man, want to keep on going for at least a few more years. And I've made a decision that I want to continue even after that. So I want to try to find other things and look for other series that are going to be big to cover in the future. It's just difficult with the streaming world. The streaming world has changed things. It's difficult for us to kind of do like a weekly thing for a streaming series that release all on the same day. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what we can find, and we'll kind of go from there. Paola Lazaro is playing the princess, just for your information. So that's a good one. Thanks for sending that one through, Tariq. And that's right. She was cast as princess. So basically, who's princess? She's like a little Latino, a girl who uses a spear, wears like a fluffy pink or purple coat and glasses, and is crazy because she's by herself for many, many years. So she's nutty. And that's the character in the comics. And we'll see what her TV series counterpart is like. Nick Sweat says, Trev, you should check out The Outsider on HBO. Yeah, I want to watch The Outsider. That's another series. And there's also Westworld, which is also pretty popular. And I saw the trailer that Aaron Paul's going to be in. He was in Breaking Bad. So I want to check that out. That looks really, really cool. And thanks, Trading Cards and More, but stop sending money, man. I appreciate it. Season 2 Shane Death Leak was my first video. Was it really? So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, AMC screwed up majorly in the early days. Before Shane was killed off, they showed the Blu-ray release, and one of the descriptions for the episodes was Shane's last episode. So they leaked Shane's death accidentally before it was in the episode. So I did a video on that before. That was like 8 years ago now, season 2, right? It's like little Trev in his parents, in his mom's back room, broke, like sitting there making YouTube videos. I'm a YouTuber. I was like 20. How old was I then? I don't know. Maybe I wasn't that young. Logan B says, did you ever finish Daybreak on Netflix? I pretty much finished the first season. I thought it was okay, like pretty good and fun at the end. There's kind of a heel turn for a character you don't expect in it. Daybreak is kind of fun. It's just a zombie. It's like a silly zombie series. It's not that great, but it's fun. I thought it was pretty cool. So yes, Clem and Leo cameo, please, for Vincent. They should bring in the video game characters, Clementine and Lee, not Leo, Lee. They should bring them into the Walking Dead series. Bring him into Fear or bring him into the original series at some point. Why wouldn't you? you should, because then you get that crossover from the video game characters, and that could be really cool. But maybe due to contracts or something like that, they're worried and they don't want to do it. But I think they should still find a way to do that, because there's a lot of fans of the video games that would like to see some of those video game characters in the TV series. Could be cool. Lee's dad in that game. Yeah, well, yeah. But, it's like the TV series version, you could do it different. You could bring him in and do that. Red Lotus, Trev, have you ever seen Avatar, The Last Airbender? Yeah, I've seen it. Walking Dead TWD says, I got inspired by you to make a YouTube video 4 years ago on death predictions, and the whole school ended up seeing it. My mom was doing dishes in the back. Laughed my ass off, was a rough. Did you get bullied, The Walking Dead TWD, for doing a death predictions video like Trev, right? Did you get bullied for it? I'm sorry, man. Was I a bad influence on you? Should I not? Did they hassle you for it? What is high school like with social media? That's one thing I always wonder, because you guys got to remember, when I was in high school, there was no social media. There was no YouTube. There was no, we had like just the beginnings of MySpace. You didn't even have Facebook yet when I was in high school. So I just imagine like what bullying must be like with the social media nowadays. I imagine it's even worse than it probably was back then, right? But I'm sorry to hear that, Walking Dead TWD. Maybe email me the link to the video. I'd like to see it. That's kind of fun, man. That's cool. If you want to, that's kind of fun. So death predictions, right? I had no idea that would be like a popular thing to do, right? I just did it because it was like, whatever. I was doing all kinds of different stuff, and whatever people like tends to become the most popular, and then we just do that more. Trev, do you think we will get to see Maggie take out some whisperers? So, yeah, Maggie might, maybe a couple, but probably not too many right away. At the beginning, I think she'll be mostly dealing with the Walker herd that's probably around, that she's going to have to try to maybe redirect to save Alexandria and save the kids and everything. Trev, your video for the Talking Dead popped up the other day for Jackie. Which video for Talking Dead? Was it one of the ones that I sent in to be a super fan, whatever that is, for Walking Dead? What is a super fan? Just means you're a big fan. That's it. Which is that an accomplishment? I don't know which one, or the one that I kind of trolled him a little bit and said that I'm not Talking Dead. And I call Hardwick baby arms? I think I called him baby arms. And what did he? Does he have like these little? Does he have little baby arms on a wooden thing still on the Talking Dead set? I don't know. I don't know if he knows who I am. I have no idea. But I get the sense if he does know who I am, he doesn't like me. I'm just used to everyone not liking me. That's why I identify so well with Negan. It's like nobody likes me. It's like, it's cool. It's good. Let's do that. You guys like me, but other people don't like me. So it's like, fine. I'm cool with that. That's fun. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Judith versus Clementine. Who would win? The daughter of Rick versus who is Clementine's parents in the game? I don't know. She's a little girl. She wears a hat. If you guys have ever seen the trailers and stuff, I'm not too into the game verse, but you got to go with Judith because she's built up from the series, so she's a bigger character. I want to say, don't hang me, video game. Don't Gabriel hang me, video game fans. You're gonna say blasphemous. Clementine's bigger than Judith. Get the noose ready, right? Sick Gabriel after me. He's just got. I'd love to see Gabriel go like all the way crazy. To the point where everybody has to like try to stop him, and he becomes like this fearsome, like crazy priest tyrant. He's like hanging people in the Alexandria streets, like he's having people build these big, things that you can hang people from and stuff. Like it's mad. God told me to hang everyone. Like the mad king of Alexandria, right? God's justice. Jesus' death sucked. That's from Better Fear Walking Dead. So I think he said that he got fired or something. He told somebody that he got fired, I think. I don't know. Is being killed off the same as being fired? I don't know if being killed off is really the same as being fired. It's kind of like in Walking Dead, somebody has to die every few episodes. Is it the actress's fault that she happens to go in against Beta and he happens to smash her against the cage? It's not, WWE style, but then she dies. It's like, it's not her fault. Maybe they just did it anyway. Is it Jesus's fault that they had to get the whispers over big and they were nervous because Rick was leaving and they wanted to grab the attention of the viewers? So they wanted to have a pretty big death to introduce the whispers, to get the villains over. That just means, get the villains to be taken seriously and to be intriguing for the audience. No, I mean, it's not. So C. Lee 88 says, all right, Trev, what's going on? Or all right, what's going on, Trev? Say it right? I've been watching since season 3. Live streams are great. You put out content, and I'll keep watching. Thanks, man. So thank you, Seeley. I appreciate it, brother. And you got it, man. We'll keep going. And there was another one here. Did I already read it? Yeah, I already did. So that was the one about the dishes one. And, you get trolled at school for trying to be like Trev. Whatever happened to the Zeus Tuber kid? Alec is his name. You know, I like that kid. I don't know where he went. Maybe he went to school and moved on with his career or something. You know, I'm not sure. Anyway, well, it is what it is. So, you know, I don't know too many people in Walking Dead community online nowadays, guys. I really don't. Just you guys is basically it. Becky Perry says Negan's about to get some alpha head. You want to see him, Negan, alpha head? I don't know how to respond to that. It's good though. I like it. So thanks, Clark. The haircuts look good. I appreciate it, man. I did it myself, actually. I think it's pretty even for the most part. I can't tell if I'm getting some gray at the sides or if it's just ash blonde. You know, my hair turns, if I spend enough time in the sun, my hair turns like blonde, like totally blonde. If I work outside or whatever during the summer, which is kind of cool. Kind of like that, like 90s style, you know, when everyone dyed their hair blonde and stuff, early 2000s. I might dye my hair blonde again. Jess likes it. Karate Kid 2018 says, if you could play as a walker, Trev, would you? Yes, of course I would be a walker if I could be it. Wouldn't you? Would you not? If you got offered to be a walker in Walking Dead, would you not do it? I would definitely do it. But I want to be a walker that bites somebody, you know, like a Greg Nicotero walker or something. Who does he bite? Does he bite anybody? Or he just looks awesome? I don't know. Like the walker that bites Carl or somebody like that, like a really vicious, brutal walker that gets someone important, like bites Michonne or something. You know, that'd be good. So Ace Man says Heath has to come back and save someone or kill someone huge, right? So will Heath even come back, right, is a big question. At that point, will people know who he is? I kind of get the sense that Wes in Fear is sort of like our TV series version of Heath. And I could be totally wrong about that. Maybe I'm completely off, and that's not what they're going for at all. But, you know, not to be racial, they look somewhat similar. He doesn't have the glasses, but he's got kind of what's the hair called? You know, I don't know. What's the hairstyle called? I don't know. When they got the hair, you know, and then it goes back. I don't know. Somebody fill me in on that. I'm not sure what that's called. It's not dreads, is it, or something like this? You know, so yeah. So, but Heath being dead, or maybe being in the movies. The other possibility is maybe he's in the movies. Same with Jadis. But the thing is, man, by the time the freaking movies come out, it's like so many years in the future that it's like, damn it, it's so far ahead now. Do people even remember? I guess they kind of do, but it's sort of like whatever, right? That happens to me with Breaking Bad. When I watch Better Call Saul and El Camino and stuff, I don't remember the characters' names, you know, a lot of them, because it's been like, you know, several years since Breaking Bad ended, 5 years, 4 years, however long it's been. I don't remember the characters because it's too long in between. So that is a problem, right? So we'll see, but we'll see who they bring back for the movies or not. Yeah, cornrows and dreads. Yeah, that's what it's called, right? So yeah, it's cool. Shouldn't Maggie know if Rick is at the Commonwealth? So apparently for Walking Dead TWD, there's a couple communities they're going to introduce. There's the Commonwealth, I think, could be wrong about this, which is Georgie and Maggie, I think. What size will it be in the TV series? I don't know. But then there's also the CRM, I guess is what it's called. I guess Gimple said that in an interview. I don't know. The CRM, which is the helicopter group, and the Borromene rings, which intersect, which just means like 3 different sections intersecting. And I think the World Beyond group is from the CRM. Yes, right. Because in the CRM, you see the helicopters, you see their stormtroopers, guys with black everywhere and all that. Which means that Rick is at the CRM. Rick is not with Maggie and Georgie. That's a separate group, so they have to be different groups. But they could both be massive. The CRM could be over 10,000 people, and the Commonwealth could be, who knows how big it is with Maggie and Georgie. I don't know. We'll have to see. AA, Trav, on a scale of 10 out of 10, how many gold stars would you give the episode titled Still? I don't know what I rated Still. I'd have to go back and watch my review for it all those years ago. Probably like, what was it, like a 5 or something, or a 4 or a 6, something like that. I don't know. I rated it something like that. You know, it's I'd have to go back and actually look, man. It's probably still in the channel right now. Yeah, most likely. Wu-Tang style, says Tony. Yeah, that's true. Tiger style. I just love Wu-Tang Clan. Dark Star says CRM is Fear movies and World Beyond are separate storylines and different than Commonwealth and Georgie's group. Right, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, you got it. 8 out of 10 for tonight's episode from Becky. I give it a 10 out of 10, but I'm a little bit upset that Laura is dead. So it's what it is. But, I give it a 10 out of 10. It was awesome. What happened to Heath, said BXS23. He got delivered in a helicopter to the CRM group, maybe for testing purposes, maybe for something like that, a la Day of the Dead style. Maybe some doctor there is experimenting for the virus, and he wants live people to experiment on in one of the communities, CRM. So Jadis was giving them people. Jadis was serving up people to them, and Heath happened to be one of them. So let's see, man. So that's that, right? So he got delivered. So what was done with him after that, we can only anticipate. Experimented on. Heath was experimented on, and whatever, killed maybe, or maybe he's still alive. Are we sure Laura's dead? AA, according to what people said from Talking Dead, that's apparently accurate. I cringe when people think season 9 is better than 4. Not even close numbers. So season 9 is awesome because it includes Rick's final moments of the series. So it adds special importance to it. It has a huge time skip in it. It's got the old group still for like the last time that we're going to see them all together. It's got the Whisperers coming in pretty strong, Jesus' death and some of the others. So it's pretty awesome. But season 4 was great too. Too Far Gone was awesome. The show was at a different budget back then. It was at a different style, I want to say. It's grown a lot since then. And so I can understand if you like 4 better than 9. Hey, that's cool. That's up to you. But there's some important moments in 9 is all I'm really saying. You saw blood pouring out of Laura's body from Tanner. I'd have to rewatch it again. Maybe I was in shock when I was watching it through. I'm looking forward to next episode, says Tony. Season 9 is way better than 4. 4 is great as well, though. Just got done watching the episode. Wow, says J-Spot. J-Spot just joined. Just got finished watching the episode. It's freaking awesome, right? Powerful JS Spot says. Heath did multiply movies, and 6 Underground was highly rated. Oh, some of the movies that Corey Hawkins, that's his name, is in. Yeah, his career has done well, I think, since Walking Dead. And, it's going to happen to all of it. Like anybody who's in Walking Dead afterwards, they're going to do well because people know them. So they have a profile. It's like Chandler Riggs. It's like, you think Chandler Riggs is not going to be successful as an actor? Of course he will be. He's going to get roles and he's going to do just fine, So it's what it is. Karate Kid 2018 says, imagine Carol abusing Ed now. The tables have turned. Yeah. Carol, season 10, Carol beating up Ed. Yeah. Ed tries to get with her and she fucking cuts him out for something. Yeah. So that'd be awesome. My favorite is season 2 from Brandon Neer. Well, it was, man. It was great, right? It was really great with Shane and Rick and Lori and everything. It was exciting. That's for sure. Definitely. Yeah. So Lydia just out here carving old messages while Daryl's dying and of blood loss. Well, yeah, I guess so. Let's imagine that she wrapped it with something, to put pressure on it and stuff, and then got him out of there, and somehow managed to carry Daryl's 190-pound ass out of there. So maybe he's lighter than that. I don't know. Something like that, maybe 200 pounds. She fireman carries him, right? Walks up real slowly, drags him out. There, now she moved into the tree somehow. Somehow she managed to carry him. So it's what it is. Nick Sweat says the lead characters from World Beyond are from Monument, the M in CRM. I think Rick is with whatever the R stands for, which I think might be Republic. Well, it could be. You might be right. Monument, like maybe what the CRM is broken down into separate communities, and and each letter stands for one of the communities. It could be. It absolutely could be, for sure. So yeah. Fatal Shot wants to know, who is Walker from Fear? I don't remember. Well, that's a villain, the native guy, yeah, villain from season 3, and then he goes, he becomes sort of an ally near the end of season 3 of Fear. Yeah, yeah, I remember Walker now. I really liked him. Yeah, he's awesome, really, really good. He was a badass for sure. And yeah, man, I think that's probably good. So we're at an hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to lose my freaking voice. It looks like we still have 350 people here. So I want to thank you guys so much for joining, but I'm just about spent, you know, from answering all your questions and stuff. I'm going to grab some food soon, I think. And so I think that's probably good for today. Artsy wants me to stay for a little bit longer. Okay, all right, a little bit longer. Nathan says, Trev, do you think the communities will resent Maggie for not coming back after the Pikes? So it took her so long to come back. Do you think they'll resent her for being gone for so long? Yeah. I don't think they'll resent her for it. I mean, she's been busy. She's doing stuff. She doesn't know everything that's been going on. I think they'll just be happy to see her when she shows up because she'll be there to help. That's one tricky thing is that we have more people now than we did when we started. So there's more of you guys here than from earlier. Well, let's see if we got any other good comments or questions. Somebody send me some good questions. Jake says that Maggie's a bitch. Well, she kind of can be, I guess. She's strong, right? So she's stiff. So there's that. So yeah, the actor who plays Taka is in Vampire Wars, says Tim, which is true. That's a Netflix series, Vampire Wars, brand new, like season 1 just came out. I watched the first episode of it. I thought it was okay. But you know, it's, for me, it was just okay. I do like vampires. That was cool. Trading cards and more again. Thanks, man. But next week, just send questions. Okay. Don't send cash, but I appreciate for the super chats. Buy some Canadian green on me. See you next week. So thanks, man. I will do for sure. Let's see what else we got. So do you think Gamma will be a regular character now from Seeley? Okay. That's a good question from Seeley. Will Gamma be a regular character going forward? I think Gamma, Thora Birch, probably be a season character. I think she'll probably die near the end of the season. I could be wrong in that, and maybe she'll be one they'll keep on further later on. But a lot of times when they bring in characters like the actor who played Milton, right? Governor Woodbury Milton, you guys remember? He was in Into the Fray, right? Or no, The Gray. So he's an actor from other stuff. So Thora Birch is kind of similar. She's an actor from other things. She comes into Walking Dead. I'd expect for her to stay for 1 season, and maybe that's it. But could I be wrong and she could stay longer? Maybe. There's a character we haven't talked about for a while, right? Milton, Protoss. And then in the comics, they did kind of a joke where the leader of the Commonwealth, her name is Pamela, a governor, Pamela Milton. So it's sort of like a joke because in the TV series, you have the governor and you have Milton, who's a scientist, right? He's the governor scientist. And then in the comics, you get Governor Pamela Milton, who we'll see in the TV series if that's Georgie or if that's going to be someone else in World Beyond. Let's see. Milton played in Walk the Line. Yeah. So anytime they bring in kind of an actor that's more known, I a lot of times tend to think that they might just stay for a season. However, I could be wrong if you think of Fear and Jenna Elfman. Is that her name? I just I didn't want to screw up their names on a live stream here. She plays June in Fear, and she's a very well-known actress. So, she stayed on longer. So I guess Thora Birch Gamma could stay on longer than just a season. But I tend to think if she's a whisperer and everything, she'd probably be there just for the season. So yeah, Hocus Pocus. Tanner says, yeah, she's in Hocus Pocus. Is Eugene a virgin? Jake wants to talk about whether or not Eugene's a virgin. Maybe he is. Maybe he is a 40-year-old virgin. Because who would Eugene have gotten with this at this point after this many years? Probably nobody, or maybe some really nerdy girl or something, right? Yeah, something like that. So Gam was really in Hocus Pocus. Was she really? Yes, Vincent. She really was. Google, bro. Look it up on Google. Type in Hocus Pocus, Thora Birch. You will see it. Yes, she really is. John Dory in Fear, but they don't highlight him anymore. From Artsy Cat, she likes John. So yeah, he's a good character for sure as well. He's awesome, man, because he's got the trick shots and stuff. Yeah, they do highlight him sometimes because he did the trick shot with Dwight where he killed the 2 zombies with the 1 bullet. That was sick. He trick shots gun, because this is in Texas, so it makes sense. You get trick shooters and stuff. So Dwight puts up. A lot of you guys probably haven't seen it. Dwight puts up an axe or a hatchet. Yeah, hatchet. And there's 2 zombies coming. He's got 1 bullet left. So he shoots it at the blade, and the blade splits the bullet, and then he shoots the bullet, and then it gets both the zombies in the head. So that was sick. So you see, if you be a little bit of optimism, you can enjoy some parts of Fear. You don't have to just say, oh, it just sucks and I hate it, whatever, it's over. So it's like, well, if you give it a shot, man, I'm not going to say every episode is amazing, but then again, with Walking Dead, not every episode is amazing either. You have your still episodes. So give it a shot, man. There's some good stuff in it. If during the summer, if you want to watch it, you can watch it. Why not? And if you don't like it, just, don't watch it or I don't know, binge it later or something or whatever. I don't know. More people talking about how Laura is dead, confirmed on Talking Dead. Yes, we went over it a lot. A good number of times now for everyone who's joining. So we got 3:37. It's starting to get late, dudes. It's like 1:20 here. So thanks for the stream, Shirley. Yeah, I appreciate it, Shirley. It's cool. And if anybody didn't get a chance to get, I guess we'll wrap it up here. If you didn't get a chance to send through a question, or I didn't choose your question, and you still want me to use it for a Q&A for this week, send it to me in the review video in the comments section. Go to the review video in the channel and leave it there for me, and then I'll use it maybe this week. So probably won't have a video tomorrow since we did a really long live stream tonight, but give people a chance to watch that if they want to. And then Tuesday, maybe we will do another one. Okay, last one from Nathan. Okay, says, Trev, would you rather not have a season 6 of Fear and instead just cross over all the characters in The Walking Dead? No, because I like having those other 16 episodes on during the summer. I like watching those with you guys and talking about it with you. So eventually they might have to fold Fear into the original Walking Dead or combine them in some way. But I'm happy to have them separate for now for the summertime. That's for me. Anyway, hope you guys liked the live stream. Damn, these a lot of talking very fast for a very long time. So so thank you guys all. Leave your questions further on in the comments video. Thank you guys for everything. And if you don't know how to send through a super chat, or you can't for some reason, and you want to contribute to the channel, you can do so through the Patreon account. You can go to www.patreon.com/TrevChan2 and sign up for $1 a month to help the channel continue into the unknowable, unforeseen, uncertain future. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you again soon for another. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace. See you guys. Have a good night. See you soon.